Say the name, if you can figure it out, figure it out.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, but mom, the only line I have in the film is yes, ma. And I nod. Yeah, but two of you will be in the same, like, they'll show two of you together at the same time. I'm like, yeah, do it. Just do it. Do it. She just wants to say that, just do it. I'm like, yeah, that sounded like a good idea. And I did.
Yeah.
And I did those scenes.
Yeah. It's more than one scene.
Well, there's a part where I go and meet, I carry the luggage from the boots.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I carry it to the house.
Yeah.
And there's another part where I'm in the hospital that I say yes, ma.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. So you see, it's a lot of scenes. That
it is.
It demands a lot from you.
Was this a big budget film?
Huge. Baaj.
I'm Paul.
And you are watching
Paul and Baaj in character.
Oh, that was good. That was good. You didn't realize that stuff. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice.
So, what do you want to talk about today?
What do I want to talk about? It's a lot. It's a lot.
Okay.
I think a lot because it's of what we are talking about. It's a lot because of the depth of what we're going to be talking about. I want to talk about my formative years, your formative years, more specifically, the trials and tribulations of newcomers, the way they treat them on sets.
Yeah.
I want to kind of compare it to how they treat you now.
Okay.
Just for fun. And just, let's see if things have changed that much. Because I know a lot of newcomers now. And they're also going through it. I say it's too on set. It's rather unfortunate. But I want us to talk about it. So at least they know that once upon a time, too, he was sleeping on the floor.
That did happen. It did
ask him.
I'll tell you about it in a moment.
No,
so,
for real.
For real. In essence, we're going to be talking about before you blow as a young actor, how you're treated. And then we're going to look at how you might be treated when you've made some sort of name for yourself.
Just say it. Don't be playing games. Now that you have blown, they treat you different. Yeah, they bring your food to you.
I'm still trying to blow. So, what happened to you?
What happened to me? Say, said it like, you know when you're talking about one relationship that hurt you, like, who hurt you? It was worse than that. But it was okay. Let me do the worst things because there's some things that will happen that they kind of need to happen. So you go and carry yourself to sleep. You wake up next morning and you're stronger. You know that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's this film. I was playing an extra. I was going to play an extra. And I didn't want to do it because I'd done extra before. It was starting to bother me too much. But I told my mom about it. And my mom goes, so you're going to be in the same film with Genevieve?
What's the name of this film?
I'm not saying the name. If you can figure it out, figure it out.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, but mom, the only line I have in the film is yes, ma. And I nod. Yeah, but two of you will be in the same, like, they'll show two of you together at the same time. I'm like, yeah, do it. Just do it. Do it. She just wants to say that. Just do it. I'm like, yeah, that sounded like a good idea. And I did.
Yeah.
And I did those scenes.
Yeah. It's more than one scene.
Well, there's a part where I go and meet, I carry the luggage from the boots.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I carry it to the house.
Yeah.
And there's another part where I'm in the hospital that I say yes, ma.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. So you see, it's a lot of scenes. That
it is.
It demands a lot from you.
This is a big budget film.
Huge.
And you got more than one scene. And you got a line. Where's your SAG card? Because
I should have taken this just but I did actually carry myself to sleep. Sure that shoot actually.
But you didn't shoot in Lagos, if I'm not mistaken.
Shot in Lagos, right?
Shot in Lagos.
Yeah, they shot the scenes in Lagos. Yeah, it was at Lekki. Yeah, it was painful.
Why?
I'd gotten to a point where I didn't want to do that anymore. I was like, I'm not like I was expecting to get big roles by then, but I really wanted to start doing real stuff by now. Like,
real stuff.
Then, like,
as opposed to...
Yes, ma. I did a film once.
Yeah.
I was the guy that was walking in the corridor when they're shooting a scene in the office.
Your atmosphere. Mise en scene.
I was about to give you the right. So it was trying to get to me. So that one was here.
I get you.
But it ended up being a good thing because something happened at the premiere that I'll tell you about later. What about you? What happened? Who hurt you?
A lot of people.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. But
I know it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people.
But the thing is this. The very first project I was part of, I was happy, as always. Wanted to be there. I did the work. I did my best. Two things I remember. The first thing was there weren't really much made in the way of accommodations.
Oh, you're shooting like was it multiple?
Yes, multiple day shoots. Where
were you shooting?
Festac, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Did they expect you to come from home and go back? Or
no, they expected me to come and stay.
Okay.
Basically, so I got there, we started filming, and then at some point during the shoot, I started to fall ill. But I'm trying. Mm-hmm. I'm trying. And I think the director and the cinematographer are looking at their screen and going, if this boy perseveres any longer, a small breeze is going to knock him over. And then she comes to me and says, are you well? And I'm like, I think I have a bit of a fever. I'm like, okay, so they don't need you for the rest of the day. You can retire. They'll get someone to get you some drugs. Okay, just take the evening off and hopefully you'll be better by morning. And the PM took me to a hotel room. It's this big ass bed, I think 6x6 or 8x7.
All is well now.
So I thought. Now remember, I'm the first person to be taken to the
hotel. Yeah, yes, everybody else is filming,
and I'm not well. And they give me the anti-malaria drugs. I take them, and then I fall asleep. But I just felt, you know what? I'm going to sleep at the edge of the bed for some reason. So I fall asleep maybe around like 6 in the evening or 5 in the evening. And then I wake up around like maybe 1 a.m. You know when you wake up, you're like, damn, I've been asleep for so long. And I'm lying there. And where am I? Okay, in a hotel room. What am I doing here? Oh, someone brought me here. What is that thing I'm feeling on my neck? And then everything basically began to come into focus. I'm feeling this warm, moist air hitting the back of my neck. And I'm hearing what sounds like an on-service generator.
Jesus.
I'm not even lying.
Snoring.
And it's just
it's even worse.
Going, and it's just hitting me here. And I wanted to turn around. I'm like, no, I can't turn. And I'm like,
but it was just that person. Why did that person at least give you some space
so
like this?
I sit up. When I sit up and take a lay of the land, I see 5 people on the bed with me. I shit you not. There were like 5 people on the bed with me. We're all like sardines.
All guys?
All guys.
Okay, just to be clear.
And I look at the guy who was snoring. I'm not lying. I probably had murder in my eyes.
You're trying to take people
and then
out.
I look at the rest of the bedroom and I see another actor on the floor.
Ooh.
And he's sitting up on his phone and he's looking at me and he's laughing. He could tell I was considering Kiri right now.
What's all I know?
Someone you know.
It's all right. We can't name drop super for you, okay?
So we look at each other and I start to laugh because it's like I almost choked out this individual right now. And then I get up, I make my way gingerly across the floor because 2 or 3 other people were sleeping all over the floor.
Wait. Pause. You have to, the geography of this thing you're saying.
We're like
so there are 6, according to what you say, 6 on the bed.
Yes.
There was someone sitting,
5 on the bed.
5 plus you now, 6 now.
No, 5 plus
okay,
me.
5 plus you. Okay, so 5 on the bed.
Yes.
There was someone sitting down at the wall.
Yes.
Then there are 3 people on the ground.
About 2-3 people on the floor.
How big was this room?
Give or take, let's say standard bedroom. Old school bedroom, because some bedrooms these days are
still,
yeah, quite a lot. So they had no plan for where all of us would sleep. We all had to share that bedroom, share that bathroom.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask you,
toilet.
Man.
Yeah. But the thing is, because most of us were just starting out, we really didn't mind. We were determined to make it. We were determined to make it work.
Obviously, I'm not going to say anyone's name, but how many people in that room would you say have made it now, if you had to count? If you can remember them properly. Can you remember everybody in that room?
I can remember some people.
Okay, so from those some people, how many have made it?
Household names.
Yes, that's good enough.
One legit household name.
Jeez.
2, 3, outside of myself.
Yeah,
2 other people who I think people know. People know quite a lot. Yeah,
okay, I guess that's not awful, but that's a little dark though. That's not awful. That's not awful.
Now, some of the other guys have probably left the country.
Hopefully,
doing other things.
Because if afterwards, what's the point of being here?
That kind of thing. So yeah.
Yo,
so that happened to me.
You look okay, Sha. You look like someone I've not been through a lot.
I don't look like everything I have been through.
We thank God.
We thank a lot.
It's not showing on our skin.
No, it's
not at all. Thank goodness.
But what would you say when you look at the current state of things in Nollywood, our space? You know, what advice would you give young actors? Those on the come up. How would you even advise producers
how to treat them?
How to treat actors?
Because you, as a fellow producer, you understand the fact that you are trying to save money.
Yes.
So there's that taking advantage of the situation.
Mhm.
You know, we're all human. You can only do what you can do. You know, there's all that. But you have to understand that these people have parents now. Like, there's some things I'm sure you've gone through that you can't even tell your parents about, because you're like, what are you doing there? Like, you could just left and come home. Like, what's this passion thing that you're doing, and you're allowing someone else treat you like you're not loved at home? You get that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I think if you yourself can understand that these are people that actually have real life.
Yeah.
So as much as you're trying to save money, as much as you're trying to cut back, there's some things that you should know. You just come on now. Even though, yes, no one's going to criticize you for it. You're not going to get into any trouble for it. You're really going to get away with it, to be honest. No one is going to do anything. Fear God, have some conscience. That's really all. When it comes to a producer, that's really all you can do, because we don't have a system that would hold them accountable. We don't really have any guilds that will protect anybody right now.
We do have 3 guilds. I don't know how effective they are.
No one has been held accountable for mistreating anyone to that extent. No one that we know of.
I hear what you're saying.
So we know that it's anyhow. Like, you're going to get away with it if you do act that way.
Yeah.
But like I said, have some conscience. Fear God. This is someone's child. So try to do the best that you can in terms of accommodation, in terms of feeding, in terms of just overall treatment of the fellow human being.
I want to jump in here. How did you go about negotiating your fees when you first started?
There was no negotiating involved, which was terrible. But there was no negotiating involved at all. It was, in fact, I don't even think there was any negotiating before the project. It was, I know what I'm getting after the shoot, or maybe during, which is, see, don't do that now. Even if you're an upcomer, don't do that's just stupid.
Try not to do that right
yes,
now.
You are passionate, you need the opportunity, you need the exposure, you need the experience. This might be a great project for you. All that is for sure. But don't do something like that. You are still a human being, you are still giving value, you are still working, you should be paid, and you should know how much you're getting paid.
Fact.
Pata, they'll tell you it's 5 naira. It's 5 naira is small. You shall know, and you have agreed.
Yeah.
So don't be shy about having that conversation.
Yeah.
So I obviously I should have taken my own advice. There was almost no negotiation involved. What about you? Were you at least wiser than that?
No. Wow. I was naive, just wanted to be in front of the camera.
Yeah.
And the guy called me, said they were going to give me 5,000 naira, and this was, I think,
no, do you mean like metaphorically,
early 2010s?
Or you mean for real?
Yeah, really. Oh, okay, it was like 5,000 naira for like 2 days work. I get to the venue, I do my work, and I leave. And when I was leaving, I asked for my money, and he says, "Oh, it's in the mail, it's in the pipeline. It will get to me before I get home." So I go home, and I wait. And I waited, and I'm still waiting. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So 5 naira, 5 naira, 5K. But come on now.
There was another time when I did some work, and they told me I would get my money in like maybe a week or so. And I called after like 2 weeks, and it was as if I was disturbing.
What did he do? Sorry.
I don't understand.
Sorry, I didn't want to cut you off.
And then you find yourself apologizing.
For asking for your own money. I don't understand how that. I've never understood the psyche or the mechanics of that.
Yeah.
How do you like? Because maybe it's just because it's me. But when I'm owing someone money, I can't sleep at night. It's like just something scratching your mind. Even if it's not as if the money is due or the person is asking for it or not, or it's not even as if that you don't think you'll be able to pay back.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that there's that thought in my mind, and even went as far as investment. Like if I'm working on a project with investment, till that investment is settled or till that deal is done, I can't help it.
Yeah.
So the fact that that's just how I am. It's very weird that there's some people that you've done the work.
Yeah.
Or you have time to pay. I can't. No, Nigeria happens.
Yeah.
Nigeria happens. I seen this is a project I did not too long ago.
Yeah.
They don't have time to pay the rest during the project, and unfortunately, one of the investors lost someone.
Oh.
Yeah, so the person had to pull out immediately because you can imagine that kind of thing.
So this
How do you want to budget for that kind of thing?
I hear what
so
you're
everybody
saying.
understood the situation, yeah? So you can understand life happens.
Yeah.
So down, but it's not now person is asking for the money and you are feeling offended. Like you're making the person feel like they're offending you for asking.
Yeah.
After many weeks.
Yeah.
Like it's so normal. It's like a very normal behavior that you now have to kind of be walking on eggshells. You almost have to like start the conversation talking about something else and now trying to segue into before what kind of rubbish is that one? It's not like I'm begging you for something. Like I'm legit asking for my stuff.
Baaj.
But I have to
Baaj. You are though.
The
thing is this, there is a difference between working on a zero or low budget project and being exploited. I think that's what we're trying to say. Sometimes the budget is really tight, and when you're a young actor and they ask you, can you be part of this? It probably bears considering because the truth is we all need opportunities and we all need to be able to showcase our talent. So if there really isn't that much in the way of funding for a project, honestly, then maybe consider it. I wouldn't say take it or don't take it. That is entirely up to every individual.
But I would encourage that you should consider taking it.
Yeah.
I would encourage that you should consider taking it.
Yeah. But there are
just
times,
like yourself, I'm very sure you have done, I guess you can call them pro bono projects.
Yes.
But you did quite a number of them starting out.
Yes.
And not every single one of them turned out to be great. Not every single one of them turned out to open doors for you.
Yes.
But you actually don't know the doors that could have been opened by any of them. But it was definitely good that you did.
Yes. Even till now, sometimes people come up to me, you know what, I'm going to do this for this person.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I did for you actually.
Oh, yes, you did. We're talking about Country Hard.
Yes.
Yeah. There are also times when it's a bold-faced lie. It's exploitation.
Have you been, how do I ask this question? Yeah. Can you tell, in short? Can you tell, and how do you tell?
It's very, very difficult to discern. Because at the end of the day, do you really know what the next person is thinking? We're not clairvoyant. At least most of us aren't, I'm guessing. And you meet someone and they seem to talk a good game. They say all the right words. They tell you about how this project
sometimes
is good
the best
for you
actors,
and what it means to
actually.
them. Yes. And they tell you they need your help. But unbeknownst to you, they've collected a shit ton of money from an investor or from a streaming platform.
That entire sequence with like a bunch of people.
Yes.
It's very much a template.
They're concerned or all they care about is enriching themselves and exploiting people. So that also happens.
How I'm definitely sure you've definitely caught on in that act before. So how were you able to tell that was what that person was doing?
Sometimes it's hard to tell when it's happening.
You found out after the fact.
A lot of times you find out. You tend to find out after the fact. Sure. You know, but once in a while, if you're fortunate, wind or gist gets to you.
That's what I was about to actually say.
Before they even begin. And then you can head it off and try and negotiate properly.
Which is where we tend to shoot ourselves on the foot because we are not, when I say we, I'm talking about us as actors, whether producers, writers, whichever group you belong to. Maybe other groups do it, but we are not in the habit of discussing how much we're earning in the project or how the negotiations go. We tend to just be like, we brush over it or we don't even ask about it at all.
Yeah.
Which is why that kind of thing can easily happen. Because if we do communicate, like if we're in the habit of actually having that connection, having that communication, that's easy flow of information between ourselves, it would be very hard for someone to pull that off.
I get you. It would be, but we understand why. For instance, sitting down here, if someone were to ask us, or if we were to ask each other, okay, what's the most you got paid in the film? It might be something you're not particularly comfortable saying, talking about. I do understand that. True. And the truth is, sometimes it's pretty difficult because of the way our industry is currently structured. We really don't know how well many of the projects that come out of this space perform.
True.
So how can you, in good conscience, sit down and tell a producer, oh, I deserve to be paid so amount of money, and they're looking at you and telling you they're barely getting by? Because some of them might be telling the truth and a lot of them are probably not. So it's difficult sometimes to know which is which.
Definitely.
So that is also something. And again, it brings me to something else that I think about from time to time, especially when I think about young actors and young talents in front of and behind the camera, you begin to negotiate and people begin to take offense. By people, I'm talking about people who we could say feel like they are gatekeepers or they feel like they're in a position of influence.
Yeah.
And that they can make or break certain careers. And they get offended when people stand up for themselves. Rightly so. They get offended because they feel, oh, how dare you ask for your fair due.
Then start name dropping. Yeah. It's almost like it's the same person, but it's just the same behavior. It's like a pattern.
Yeah. I don't think it's a pattern that is peculiar to just Nollywood.
No, of course not.
I'm sure it happens all over the world. In so many spaces, from Hollywood, Bollywood, in Europe.
It's a human pattern.
Yes, it's a human thing.
Proximity to power to everything.
Yes, that happens to people. But what we can say is, in many of these other parts, they have unions, they have guilds, they have things that
I was talking about before.
But we'll talk about that.
But I think because I guess we can still say because we're young, quote unquote. Yeah. So we are still fixing things, getting things together, trying to understand how we can make things work. But I think one of the major reasons why it's also the guild thing is not having the same effect as it should. Not to try and be too nice, but it's kind of hard to have that kind of effect in a country like Nigeria. That's the honest truth of the matter. Because even the law of the land is not as effective as it should be. Now imagine how it's to sprinkle down to everything else. So I'm not like saying that they can't do more, but the playing field is the playing field.
I hear you. So when we talk about abuse of power and power dynamics in our particular that hit me, structure, what do young artists have to contend with, in your opinion?
Jeez. Yeah. Like, just flashes, man. Just, oh, jeez. I'm hoping things are a lot better now.
Yeah.
I think that's usually the hope for every individual after they've been around for a while. You're like, I hope whoever is starting out now, things are happening differently. It's just a little better for you than it was for me.
Yeah.
That's how everybody usually is. Usually is. Because I still remember even when I was coming up, you hear stories about how like the Genevieve and the Rams, all the things that they went through, and you're like, oh, thank God, we're not going through that kind of thing.
Not to cut you off, do you remember when we were kids? I think long before I even thought of acting, there was a time when the Marketers Association also decided to ban some actors.
I was too young to know that was happening, but I knew after the fact.
And the way the story was spun then, because they controlled the narrative, it was these actors were out of line, they were stubborn, they were unprofessional.
They were divas.
Yes, they were divas.
Now we understand what it means.
Now we understand fully what must have been going on there.
That's wild.
Yes.
That's actually wild.
That did happen then.
And
on some level, it happens now.
Yeah, well,
so
the way you said, like, it happens now.
Yeah,
it
happens
now. It happened like right in front of you.
I remember one story. I'm at home, and my phone rings, and it's a particular producer, director, and he's like, "Oh, he has this screenplay. He'd like me to read it. He's considering me for a character. Blah blah blah." I'm like, "Oh, sure." He sends me the screenplay. I read it. Later in the day, I call him back. And we're talking about the character, talking about how many days it will take to shoot, talking about costumes, telling me what he would like to see in my interpretation of the character. And I'm excited. And we talk for like 20, 30 minutes, at least 15 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. And then we got to the part of the conversation that made some sense, or that would begin to make sense. Money. And he asked me how much I would like to get paid.
You're going to the point where you can negotiate now.
Well, I had gotten to a point where I could tell them what I thought I was worth.
Okay.
But they
didn't think you were there yet.
No. They had the right, like everyone else, to either be offended by what I said, or consider it fairly. And when I say fairly, it doesn't mean they have to agree with me. But go, okay, it's a negotiation. If I can't meet this, I can't do this, or it's fine, we'll work against some other time. So he asks me what I think I should get paid. And I say, and I'm going to call the figure. This was, I think...
Say the year. So
this was, I think, 2016, 2017.
That's after Hush now.
Yeah, around that time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Oga, first time, he was like, this thing, don't treat me anyhow. We were going to
work. For a film or it's
for a film, a small film, TV film.
Okay.
So he was like, "Oh, I don't treat me anyhow. We're going to work together for years to come." Blah blah blah.
Yeah, the usual gist. Yeah.
And I'm like, I took all of that into consideration, and I said, okay, for 4 days work, give me 90,000 naira. And do you know what he said to me?
This is after Hush, yeah?
It's after Hush. No, during Hush. We're shooting Hush.
Still?
Yes. So
Hush came out with a bang.
I'm like, you know what? For 4 days work, because I'm thinking this will lead to other opportunities.
Yeah.
So you want to establish a sort of good faith relationship. Like, okay, I did this for you. Moving forward, we can have a serious conversation. And when you see the value I probably bring, we can revisit this. So I tell him 90,000 naira. Do you know what he said to me?
90 is wild, though.
He said, pam, 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 pam. This guy cut the phone on me. I look at my phone. I wonder for a second, did the network interrupt this call? A lot raced through my mind. I'm like standing there.
So I can't even ask for 90?
On my street, I'm standing there next to my compound gate, and I'm thinking, what happened? 90,000 naira.
I can't ask for
Did 90? This guy cut the phone call on me?
Because of 90?
And you know that saying where you look at yourself and I see my reflection in the water puddle on the floor and I hear my inner voice going, now maybe this.
Wow, that's wild. No.
So I'm thinking, do I call him back? Because what if it was network? But I'm like, no, if it was network, he would call me back.
Yes.
And I think about my pantry. And there's probably like half a tin of Gary.
You called back.
And some salt.
Did you text instead?
No, I didn't call back.
Okay, good.
I had a choice to make. It was either die of hunger or call back. And I, for one, chose death. So I didn't call back. Then 2 days later, he called me back. And then he claimed that the network cut the call.
That's why it took you 2 days.
He was angry with me for not calling back. You know how they behave now. He tried to guilt me into...
this was gaslighting before you knew what it was.
This was gaslighting before we knew what gaslighting was. So he tried to guilt me into... And then in the end, we settled on 80,000 naira.
That's
yeah.
For to this thing.
Yeah.
Oh man,
it wasn't. To be fair, the script was pretty mid. And I'm not knocking it or anything, but you know, but I took the money and I did the project with dignity.
Yes. After Hush,
yeah.
Like, because I remember, that guy was out of line.
Did anything like that happen to you
before? Yeah. Okay. Man. Yo, my guy. Yeah. Yo. Oh, okay. So just like you now, you still. Well, this was before Hush though.
Yeah.
So any project you get, you're happy about it. You're grateful. And like I told you, I was not in this space where I negotiate. You know.
Yeah.
So the project was done. Like, okay, how about pay? How much is it? 30K. Like, thank you. I think we shot for weeks, but who cares? At that moment, I was so glad I finally got to be on a proper show, and I finally had real rules and lines, and I could put my skills to work.
Yeah.
Okay, 30K, but he doesn't transfer. I have to come and collect it at his house.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine. It's cool. I'm gonna come over.
This is after you had completed your part of the project.
Yeah. Okay, so let me put a little backstory. Yeah, so I used to model. I used to do runway modeling.
I did not know that. Okay.
I used to do runway modeling, and anyone that's done runway modeling, you tend to spend time with a lot of people on the other side of the aisle. If you get what I mean. And it's an entertainment business. So even if you're a male or female, you have to keep your head on a swivel. You have to know what is going on, know your P's and Q's so you don't end up in a situation that you can't get out of. If you get what I mean. So I already knew that was already inbuilt in me. Mm-hmm. So just by meeting you, I can kind of know what you're about, know how you roll, know the kind of person you are. So I came with that into the industry.
Yeah.
So when I met him, I already kind of had a feeling of how he rolls just from meeting him and everything. So like, oh yeah, I come to your house to pick up the money. It's fine. So I made sure when I'm coming to his house to pick up the money, you don't go alone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Make sure you go with someone. Now, depending on who the person is, you can go with male or female. Man, for this situation, female is best.
Okay.
Yeah, so I went with a friend of mine, and you could tell that because
someone in our space, or
no,
just a friend?
Just a regular 9-to-5 person.
Okay.
So Faga, she was there. He was uncomfortable. He couldn't express himself.
Yeah.
So he was trying to express himself as subtly as he possibly could, but she also was very uncomfortable with what was going on. He could tell that she was uncomfortable. So like, you know what? Since you guys are not going to stay long, he just went upstairs, brought an envelope, gave me money, and I left.
Okay.
It didn't bother me too much, but apparently someone else was in that situation and he didn't have the intelligence to know that he's supposed to go with an extra person. So, yeah. So his story is a lot different from mine. I should not say that with a smile.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
I hope nothing.
Well, he did tell me the story with a smile. So
happened to him.
He got out of it too as well. So so as long as he's fine, then yeah.
That is.
So that was mine.
Yeah. What about types of disrespect do you think young actors
I did have to sleep on the floor like you did.
Yes,
so that was that.
Yeah.
That was that. Yeah. But I think all of us were so much in love with the project we were making, and we also understood the situation.
Yeah.
Wasn't that.
Was it disrespect or was it?
I don't think it was disrespect.
Low budget.
It was low budget.
Low budget. There was really nothing
there was no
to be
budget.
Done, so we all.
It is not even she's telling you there's no budget. No, you know there's no budget. Everybody on that set knew that there's no budget to make this show. We are all doing our best with what we have.
Yeah.
So sleeping on the floor that night wasn't the worst thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now that I think about it, from everyone that was on that project, save apart from myself, I think just one other person.
Oh, okay.
Dark. No.
Yeah.
Sacred, please. Sad.
You know, I've been in that situation where you wanted to do something for a friend or for someone who really didn't have the means to give you the very best in terms of treatment. But I wouldn't consider that disrespect.
No, I didn't consider disrespect.
Put ourselves in comfortable positions to hopefully make magic.
Okay, let me give you the disrespect one.
Yes.
So it was supposed to be, I think it was supposed to be 20K or 30K sha, and it was supposed to be a 2-day shoot.
Okay.
That was the agreement.
Yeah.
I happened to, and I was just an extra.
Yeah.
So the scenes that they wanted to use me as an extra for, they did that day. The next day, I was supposed to come. They said, like, you don't have to come. We finished the part that we can use you for. It's fine.
Yeah.
So, I'm waiting for payment, and I get half the money.
Okay.
I said, I called. I was like, I only got half. And the pay was like, you only did half work.
Whoa.
So, I know he was paying that throw the money. Obviously, I know it wasn't the production that took that money. But who do you want to come with? The director does not even know you. So the only person you know as far as that project is concerned, because you're an extra, is the PM. Yeah.
Stuff happens, I guess.
Stuff happens.
I hope it's really not happening as much anymore in this space.
I think
but
still
I fear it is.
I think that one, I doubt it down changed.
Is there anything we can tell young actors and even young crew members out there that might help them guard against these type of activities and shenanigans, I guess?
When it comes to payments, you're still in that person's hands. So I'm not even sure. How do you guard against that?
It's really difficult individually on an individual level, because the thing is, it's very difficult to discern. You want an opportunity,
but don't make it seem,
yes, and then So when they say, "Oh, come on set," you're not probably going to be asking, "What are the accommodations like?" There was this set I went on a long time ago, and I got on that set, and we were filming. We've been filming since like maybe 8 a.m. It was now like 1 p.m. or so. They hadn't brought food. Now
that kind of set.
Now at that point, we were beginning to get worried. Like, did they even plan to feed us? So one of the actors goes to the PM
to ask,
and asks, Auntie, I haven't eaten today.
You have to,
basically, you have to be very polite.
To ask for food that they are told to give you.
You have to be very, like, I haven't eaten today, and, is there any provisions for food? And before she would answer the question, the first thing she says is, she calls him by his name. She says, "Don't you used to eat food in your house?" I was hungry, but I laughed. I'm not even going to lie. I found myself laughing because we kind of had to draw straws to figure out who would go. And I was in that mood where I was like, if nobody wants to go, I would go.
Was you that way?
No.
Okay.
So because we kind of, they were like, "Oh, you go." And he went, and then he ate that. He ate that so the rest of us could eat, if you know what I mean.
What did they say about the food though?
Food was on its way. It was just delayed. It was just delayed because they didn't really care what time it would get there, but it was going to get there because not long after she said that and said the food was coming, the food came, and it was breakfast, and it was cold, and it was soggy.
It's coming at 1-2 now.
We all ate it, I guess, because most of us didn't have a choice at that point in time. We were all just starting out, and so yeah.
That is Baaj. I don't support it though.
Yeah. What else would you advise young actors or crew members to take into account when accepting jobs or roles?
I'm trying to answer the question from where I was at that time, which is limited options. Not like beggars can be choosers, but you are really not, it's not in your control at all. But I will remember something that RMD told me when we were shooting Hush.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I can't remember what conversation we were having, but it definitely circled around something like what we're talking about now. And
what did he say?
Yeah, he said, make sure you are not negotiating like a poor person. Even if you don't have money, you're broke. Make sure like you are not approaching the negotiations with a poor man's mentality.
Wise words.
And for when you hear it in that moment, your automatic reaction will be like, of course, are you good?
Yeah.
Till when you are in that space and you start making some very dumb decisions. You don't ask some questions. It's not after the fact you now realize that you were so focused on trying to just let me get this opportunity.
You were reeking of desperation.
Yeah, and the person could see it. The person could feel it. They could tell
it. They could almost taste it.
You can't. As much as we like everyone to be decent, we like everyone to be kind, we like everyone to treat everyone with grace and honesty and fairness. Human beings are human beings. They're going to take advantage of whatever situation that they have.
Unfortunately.
And since they can smell it off you, they will do what they need to do. So that's
what would they need to do?
There you go. They'll take advantage of the situation and skim as much off the top as they can, take advantage of you as much as they can. Any situation that makes it easier for them
to amass wealth.
They're going to take, even if it's at your own detriment, they don't really care. You're the one that left yourself open to receive it. So I try to always remember that particular statement when things are hard. You know, maybe you've not worked for a while, or bills are piling up, or your babe's birthday is coming, you don't have money for birthday.
Yeah. Or when you say you're the one that left yourself open to receive it, what you mean is that's how the people who are taking advantage of you are perceiving it. It's like it's fair game to them. I mean, you left it out there, so they might as well.
You can't blame me for it.
But the reality is, it shouldn't be so.
Obviously.
Just because someone is in a
tough situation
doesn't mean you should take advantage. It's like saying, "Oh, I left my car open," and then someone that doesn't follow.
But Nigeria,
Nigeria, at the end of the day. But so to guard yourself as much as you can. But all of us in positions of power, not me or you, I guess, but those people who are in our space and in Nigeria as a
fear
whole,
God.
Somehow,
if that works, works for you. If that one doesn't work for you, have small conscience.
True.
If that one doesn't work for you, this is somebody's child.
If
that one doesn't work for you, there's heaven when you die. If that one doesn't work for you, see, just pick something that will stop you from being evil. Just anyone that works for you.
Try not to be a dick. If you
essentially.
Can I say that? I guess we'll find out. So.
Well, we've been talking about cast, though.
Yes.
For obvious reasons. Yeah. But do you know any stories of crew going through similar situations?
Yes.
When it comes to crew,
the crew actually have it worse.
Yeah, like when it comes to crew, it's like a norm. It's not even a conversation.
Let me even tell you something that happened not too long ago on a set where I was directing something. It was a YouTube film. And I say that to be clear, so that it was a YouTube film. And I like YouTube films. Been fortunate enough to direct some. And we were supposed to shoot a scene. And they told me that the props we needed to use was going to come at night. I'm like, okay, fine. We kept shooting other scenes. And then the time came, the prop wasn't there. And no one said anything. And then eventually, the prop turned up around 11 p.m. Now, I was informed. The actors were informed. The crew were not informed. So the crew had been sitting around from around like 7 p.m. to like 11 p.m. doing nothing, unable to actually get some rest because
So
they had been on standby.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
So I asked the project coordinator, the producer, the PM, and why did this happen? And why if you had told me this is what we're waiting for,
and the time I was going to come,
I would have shot it without this. We could have shot it without this and done a pretty decent job. And they were like, oh, I'm going to paraphrase. Oh, and they told me and I was okay with it. And they told the lead actor and he was okay waiting.
Everybody
and
else
thought, and that's what I asked. What about everyone else here? And I could see in his eyes.
He didn't
register. He was vacant. He was that like, oh, they matter? I didn't know that. That was basically the reaction he had in his face.
Yeah.
Or on his face, actually. So
yeah, that does fit with how crew generally is perceived. Actually.
But I made it clear that wouldn't fly moving forward. With
that was good.
I told them, and I took my time after we're done recording that scene on our way back to, I would say, pontificate and lecture the young man as to why what he did was wrong.
That's good.
Even for himself.
That's good.
Because
you wouldn't like to be treated that way.
So don't do that to other people. I hope he nodded and I don't want to say, I hope he listened because he seemed like he was listening.
Because the way, like when you said he just registered, now explains why it's so easy to treat them the way they are treated. Because if you have a perception of someone that is like that, then there's some things that you do easily that it will even occur to you that you should not be doing this thing. Yeah. Because there's a scene we're filming. It was a car scene and we didn't have a car mount. Yeah. I think maybe the car mount didn't come, whatever. Yeah. And next thing, the DOP was like, the DOP and the director were talking and like, okay, DOP will be on the bonnet. Yeah.
How did that go?
I don't know if you guys are joking, because this is still
bonnet of a moving car.
So it's early on in my career, so you can't start arguing too much. But like, I don't know, the way you guys are saying it, like it's not like they came to tell me that's what's going to happen. I just heard them say it. As the way these people are sounding, it can't really be what they are saying. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. So we finally get to the road that we're going to film, blah, blah, blah. We still didn't have a car mount. So we're like, okay, I've seen people do the thing where they use either duct tape or masking tape to sellotape the camera to the dashboard. Yeah. Like, maybe that's what they want to do. It's not a good idea, but we're in Nollywood, we do what we have to do, yeah? No, that's not what they're doing. Yeah. No, that's what they were doing. So like, okay, but apparently that was supposed to be like the first hold. The real hold is him. Yeah. So they taped it to one side of the dashboard. Then he's on the bonnet. Yeah. I'm wound down. He's holding it while I'm driving.
How did it turn
out? And we're running the entire scene, like the conversation and everything. And I'm driving and I'm having conversation with an actress. We are just talking. And there's a guy on my bonnet right there. I'm like, one small break, this dude is gone. This is weird. Anyhow, Sha, so what do you think about? So like, what's Nigga gonna do? Yeah. But, and we shot the whole thing. Then you do the other side.
He reversed.
Same thing
with his other hand.
Yeah, and like throughout the whole thing, I'm like, my guy, like when you say cuts, I'm like, do okay. The guy. And when I say you do okay, of course I'm asking if he's alright. Like, yeah, I do okay, but genuinely, I really was like.
You good?
You okay? Because you love that home because this is weird. This sun, that ball is probably hot. I don't know, bro. Anyhow, we shot the whole thing. Yeah. And he was laughing. So like, yeah. Well, if it's a pleasant experience for you, who am I to judge?
I wouldn't say it was a pleasant experience for
No, pleasant is the wrong word. Yes. But like if it's not bothering you this much, maybe I shouldn't make a deal out of it.
I think, to be fair, I don't know this person. But the truth is, sometimes you really want to get the shot. You really want to do the very best you can because you're doing it not only for the project, but for yourself. It's a learning moment. It's a lot of things. You all really kind of want to be able to do stuff you're proud of. Yeah. And I think that's what we're seeing there. And he deserves a medal for everything.
Yes, I think I saw him sometime this year on another project. He's looking good. Yeah. But of course, it's not like I start having that conversation. Every time I see him, That's what pops in my
Yeah.
Oh, this is that bonnet on the DOP guy.
And he's come a long way.
Yeah, guy looks good, man. That guy is, yeah.
I'm sure
think
now,
it's the same guy.
Car mounts all the way.
You will think it's the same guy that did that. He's the guy don't chop up. If he's on the bonnet now, the car will go down. So yes, I'm very happy that everything turned out looks like it turned out well.
Yes. That is good to know. Yeah. But unfortunately, that's not everyone's story.
Yes.
Most people
actually
suffer a lot of hardship in this industry, and nothing comes out of it. You know, I mean, we are grateful for those of us who seem to have made some headway.
Yeah.
Or, found some sort of success. But the truth is, whether or not one finds success, there are certain things that people shouldn't be subjected to.
Yes.
And we hope people will improve. And there are ways for these things to be tackled. And one of these ways is something we mentioned not too long ago, the guilds, unions.
Yes. Yeah.
We don't really have, our guilds don't really, I don't know. But I think there is a lot that can be done. Yeah. There's a lot of improvement. There needs to be a lot of work with regards to how actors are treated, how crew members are treated, how creatives are treated.
Generally are
treated. We're not really a union,
and not just
society.
Not just cast and crew, obviously producers as well. It's all across the board, to be honest.
True. That is true.
On every level, there's definitely a form of injustice that is going on.
Yeah.
It's just not everybody know where they should pay them, that kind of thing.
True.
So it's definitely across the board. It's not just
Yeah. I mean, the truth is, as you said, our country itself
doesn't help.
Our constitution isn't actually people friendly per se, because at the end of the day, in places like Hollywood, Bollywood, they have unions. The unions, part of their work or purview is to make sure that actors who are part of the union do not get paid less than a certain amount of money. Yes, are not subjected to certain types, or are not subjected to expectation. Period.
Yes.
Period.
It just reminded me of something.
Yeah.
Might not have anything to do with the guild.
Yeah.
But it definitely almost not like brought me to tears, but like, geez, this is our life. So there's a film. I can't remember the name of the film, but it had Taraji P. Henson in it.
The Color Purple?
No, it's relatively new. So we don't over name drop. Let's not know what the film is.
Yeah.
But she was in it with a bunch of other actresses, and apparently she didn't like how she was being treated, so she made it known.
Yeah.
And maybe I was forming fellow actor. I don't know. Yeah. I read up. I went into the article. I started reading up.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing
the full gist.
Yeah.
And then there was a video there, so I got to hear her talk about the ways that she wasn't happy with the way she was being treated.
Yeah.
This was the thing that hurt me about the whole video.
Wait.
You don't understand. It's further than that.
Yeah, what?
It's further than that. 90% of the things she was complaining about.
Yeah.
It's not even within the
You would consider them luxuries.
It's not a luxury. It's not possible. It's not within the realm of things that the biggest actor in Nigeria was being given.
I hear what you're saying.
Like, it's not that what she said, like, I don't mean the thing that they should have given her. No.
Yeah.
I'm saying the thing that she gave, that they gave her, that was offensive, is not even within the realm of something I offered here.
You're not even getting that here.
And I not like, this was not a criticism of her.
No.
But it was a realization of how far we are. I'm like, man. Because they want to complain. Let me give you just one.
Yeah.
She was complaining that she had to share a trailer.
Yes.
We don't even do trailers.
No, we don't do trailers. You're lucky if you get a resting area or a green room.
I've actually been only one project. Okay, it's not one project because it's multiple projects where it was the same company, same producer. I don't know if you name drop and it's a good thing. Michael Ndomo. So I think it's the only project I've been on that there was a trailer. But it wasn't like every actor had a trailer. But there was a trailer for,
at least for people could
the
use
stars.
It. Yeah.
But she was like, she had to share a trailer with someone. Yeah. It's supposed to be one person, but we are so far.
Yeah.
It's are we even in the same same freaking world now? It's like two different dimensions at this point. That's
actually
how far
parallel universes.
Yeah, and it was a sad read. Like, man,
because in most places they have working hours. It's 16 hours or 12 hours.
Yeah, that's one of the things she complained about as well.
But here, if you're on set, you're going to be shooting around the clock till everybody's done. And if you complain, you're a diva. that happens quite a bit here.
I did. There was a set.
Yeah.
There's a film I did.
Mm-hmm.
This is not even upcoming time. This is like not recent like this year, but it's now.
This is now.
It's a now.
This is outgoing.
Now you know how annoyingly stressful it is when you're shooting in multiple locations on the same day. So the travel, moving from place to place.
Yes.
So we had to do that, but we started filming as early as humanly possible.
I get you.
And we had done like third location. This was nighttime.
Yeah.
We had finished that one.
Yeah.
No, we had finished the second location. We're now at the third location. We shot there overnight till the next day, 8 a.m.
Yeah.
The food that was being given was either late or non-existent.
I hear you.
It's 8 a.m. I and my fellow actress, we are not even
starving.
Here. We're here.
And you're tired.
Every single negative thought or feeling that you can have, this is where it is for us. But we still have to do a romantic, lovely, dovey scene at 8 a.m. in the morning after shooting overnight.
Yeah.
Because it has to finish that day.
Yeah.
Even though technically we are now in another day, aren't we?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Now we are having trouble bringing it out, like actually being as romantic and as we possibly can, because of how we feel, how tired we are.
Mm-hmm.
The director, I don't think, had the brain to notice that, and instead came with the energy of criticizing what we are doing. Like, why are you guys not doing it? And you know that look of, you have very got to lost EQ. Your complete mind. Like that's like that's the only definition to what is going on right now. And you now start getting into that space of, should you develop?
I hear you.
Or let's let it pass. Let's finish so I can just go to the hotel and sleep. Or should I actually give you a piece of my mind? So stuff like that be happening. Yeah. But you have that leverage as who you are now.
Yeah.
If you were upcomer, you just have to yes sir, and just die inside.
So what 3 things I'm asking? What 3 pieces of advice would you give to upcoming actors or filmmakers to safeguard against being exploited or manipulated?
I'll give you that same one that was told to me, so I'll tell it to you.
Yeah.
Don't negotiate like a poor person.
Yes.
It's really that straightforward.
I hear you.
No matter what's going on, as bad as things are, we all know that bills be popping, rent is due.
It's true.
We are not what we are going through. We don't look like what we are going through.
True.
But do not negotiate like a poor person.
Yeah. Another thing?
You said 3 things? I have to do 3?
Yeah. Well, I would give 1.
Okay.
Try to form friendships or open lines of communication with your peers. Try and understand what's going on and hopefully be honest as honest as you can be with each other, because that way people learn which producers or which projects to avoid or not to work on, or how to go about negotiating for certain things, or what to look out for when you're negotiating with certain people. Because if I've experienced something negative and I tell Baaj, Tope, Sambasa, don't do this.
That saved me quite a number of times.
Yes, it has saved me too. So I would encourage young filmmakers or young actors, talk to each other, communicate, establish a clear and honest line of communication with your peers. 3rd one.
Well, that's a good one. So that's 3 for me, Abi.
Yes.
This one is more straightforward and it's easy to think you understand, but still when the time comes, you realize it's more difficult. Keep showing up.
Yes.
As simple as that sounds,
it cannot be overstated.
It's crazy how important that showing up thing is.
Yeah.
It's weird, whether it's an event, festival, meeting, auditions. I can't count how many times that someone has told me about going to audition with someone and they got a role.
I get you.
So, or you end up auditioning and you didn't get a role there,
but you led to something else.
So the level of show up you have to show up is too high, because there are going to be a lot of times when you're just tired.
Yeah.
That can happen with Hush, actually. They had done like,
I think you told me a story then.
Yeah. So they did, there was the first part where you're supposed to send in a tape.
Yes.
I did, and I was supposed to go for the callback in Lagos, but I was not in Calabar, so I missed the callback.
Yeah.
So, and I had to do right from general audition.
Yeah.
So I did the general audition, I did callback. I done like 5 callbacks, and I was all the way in Omole.
Yeah.
At the time where Kanu did, you're jumping boss. Then they called another callback.
Yeah.
I was like, man, screw it, I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to go.
Yeah.
I think it was Tokpe or Aka. I can't remember, one of the 2 of them that happened to have just been around me at that time. I think it was Tokpe.
Yeah.
And it was like, because Tokpe also auditioned for it. Yeah, Tokpe Tedela. He also auditioned as well.
Yeah.
So like, bro, just go. It's not as if you're doing anything in the house, which is right. I wasn't doing anything in the house. Just go. And that was the final callback that had all the directors there. That was the final one that they had been having like back and forth.
I'd like to know.
That was the last one where it was just Jerry Mudiaga.
Oh, okay.
They wanted to know who was going to play Adze, who was going to play Bills, and one other guy there. So if I had not gone, it would have been one of the two of them. So keep showing up, man.
I'm really eager to know. Did you get the role?
I almost did. Actually, I almost. Hush has so many stories, bro.
I know what you mean.
Almost did.
Yeah,
Jesus.
We kind of have to go now.
Yeah, we have to go. We'll tell you down another day. I'm sorry we keep doing it. We'll tell you another day, but before we probably will tell you another day. So yeah.
What are you going to be watching this weekend?
This weekend. So
what are you going to be doing this weekend?
Okay, so I saw F1 a little while ago.
You did?
Yes,
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, one of my favorite films of the year, obviously. Yeah. And so it kind of led me into watching. I started wanting to watch Brad Pitt and Idris.
Okay.
And I stumbled because I knew about the show. But finally, I landed inside Snowfall.
And
I've go.
Okay.
So that's what I'm still watching, and that's why I'm still hooked, man.
Okay.
Okay. Jeez.
Yeah. Pretty good. Sure. I'm gonna finish watching To Kill a Monkey.
Oh,
yes.
Dude, that would be very good. Like after Snowfall show to go to actually.
Possibly.
That would be fire.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've actually seen it, so it's been my second time. But that's not a bad idea. That's a good one.
I will probably give Snowfall a look, so I'm going to be doing it in reverse. Yeah.
Kill a Monkey is also pretty good. You're going to have a good time.
Thank you. I hope you have a good time too.
I'm having a great time.
Yeah.
It's been a great show, though.
For joining us. Yes, it has been a great show.
Yes, and remember to like, share, and subscribe.
Please do.
Tell everybody about it. Make sure you
friend.
comment about anything you like, what you don't like, what you want us to talk about, what you don't want to talk about. We would like to see it. And
yeah. Like, subscribe, as he said. Leave your comments. Tell us what you'd like us to touch on, what you would like us to expatiate on, and we will hopefully oblige. Yes. Peace. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, man. You guys got to the end.
Please like, subscribe, and share. And remember to turn on your notifications.
Yes, so you don't miss our next videos because it's going to be dope. Save, guys.